Hey everyone, this is Jim and welcome to Manufactio Bites! Huh? Ah! Modular Machinary, a fantastic mod that lets mod makers create their own machines, their own custom machines that we can use throughout the base, throughout the mod pack, and we're making good use of them in the Manufactio mod pack with all the assemblers and labs and chemical plants and things that we're using everywhere. Very cool mod. However, it does have a bit of a drawback. Yes, currently this little machine right here, this assembler, is not doing anything. It's not processing any recipes, but it is doing a lot on the server. And as a quick reminder, when we say server, that does include single player. It's not just multiplayer. Internally, Minecraft does run a server if you are playing single player. So if we say something's going slow on the server, it's also going slow on a single player world too. But there is a little trick we can do. If we put a redstone signal into the controller block there, it turns it off, machine stopped by incoming, and it turns out that this is much better for our server. So this will take up a lot less ticks on the server if we turn it off with a redstone signal. So how can we go about only turning this guy on if it's actually got something to do? Now it turns out that the inputs and outputs of modular machines will also give us a comparator output. So we'll always get a signal. Even if there's just one item there, we will get a signal which will turn the light on, off, on, off. Aha! Can you see where I'm going with this? So there's just one item in there at the moment, so we'll get just a very weak signal, only one there, and so that won't travel all the way through to the controller. So we can use just a good old repeater to give it a full strength signal for any strength we've got coming out of the comparator like that. Of course, this is now doing the opposite of what we want. There's an item in there and it's turned off. We want to do the opposite. So what we can use is a Project Red NOT gate. Beep, like so. We'll put that right there against it like that, and it will invert the signal. So if it's on here, it'll be off there, and if it's off there, it'll be on there. So now that's off, on, on, and that is now off. So that'll give us the opposite. Perfect. Now the next problem is that the machine here consumes the items as soon as it starts crafting. So currently it's disabled. We'll put an item in and we expect it to turn on again. If we put in one of these guys, like so, it gets consumed like that, and now this should be crafting. But because there's no item in there, this has now been turned off. So if we remove the gate there like that, no redstone signal, now it's actually crafting. How can we get around this problem? Project Red State Cell. This does exactly what we want. So if this is on, then that output is on, and then if this turns off, this stays on for a certain amount of time. So in this case it stayed on for 5 seconds. We turn that on again, that's on, and now that lasts an extra 5 seconds. Perfect. And so now we have all the pieces we need. Now the recipe we're crafting at the moment is the motor here. This takes 267 ticks. There's 20 ticks in 1 second, so that's 13 and a bit seconds. So maybe we'll set the state cell there to about, maybe we'll let it stay on for 20 seconds instead of 13, just to give us a bit of extra time. And then we put the item in, it gets consumed like that. This is now crafting happily, and we just now will have this on for the next 20 odd seconds. And there we go, that's now turned off, which means this is turned on, which means the machine is stopped. If we go around to the output there, we have our motor. Fantastic. And your homework is to figure out how to make this look pretty. Of course, this can also apply to other modular machines that have an input and a controller, not just the assemblers here. But yes, hope you enjoyed it, guys. Hope this was useful for you, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.